We need to talk about a major financial mistake that you might be making in your family and you might not even know it yet. And I'm seeing this happen every day right now because it's FAFSA season, but this impacts more than FAFSA. This impacts taxes, your liability, your potential exposure to garnishments, lawsuits, and more. And what it comes down to is jointly owning property or bank accounts with your parents or your students. And you might think, what are you talking about, Robert? Well, this is what it means. Let's just say that you have parents and they add you as your children onto the house. Well, guess what? Now you're an owner of that house and you need to report that house potentially on the FAFSA. But more so, you are also going to pay higher taxes when you go to sell that house because you don't get what's called the step up basis when the parents pass away. Because guess what? You are an owner of that house. Part three is you're also subject to any liability that comes with ownership of that house. If property taxes aren't paid, someone slips and falls, you're opening yourself up to risk that you don't need, and it's financially dumb to do. The same is true when it comes to joint bank accounts. Parents and kids, especially aging parents and adult parents or parents with high schoolers, you need to separate the joint accounts. Joint accounts are not the right way to do estate planning, and they're not the right way to handle your finances. The proper way to handle someone's finances, especially an aging parent, is to be a power of attorney on that account. That way, you are not liable for any assets or anything that happens in that account, but you can still act on their behalf. This is really important because if you're a joint account owner when it comes to FAFSA, guess what? That negatively impacts your financial aid. But you might be thinking, what does this have to do with college students? Well, as your kids turn 18, you should be getting them their own checking account as well. Remember that Chase glitch last year where people were doing bank fraud, calling it a glitch? Well, if your kid was to do that and you were a joint owner on it, guess what? You're never going to have a bank account again. And that is a big risk, and we saw a lot of people get impacted by that because of silly choices their children makes. But also, if you're the child and your parent does something silly, maybe they didn't pay their taxes, maybe they got a lawsuit against them, your money could be on the line and you could see your money frozen or taken. So the big thing here is you need to stop doing joint accounts. You need to stop adding people to houses. All of these things are terrible financial moves that impact way more than financial aid. They impact your taxes, like I said. They open you up for liability, and they're just plain silly. If you don't know the right way to go about it, hire an estate planning attorney to help walk you through it, but don't just add people willy-nilly onto accounts. I hope that helps. Please like, subscribe, and follow, and we'll always bring you the latest in higher education and personal finance news.